30s. But anyway, it's funny. I've just thought about an old friend of mine from way back, and I'm thinking that I met him when I was working at King Henry's out on Crenshaw on 135th, 139th or 135th. I think it's 135th. And which that place is still there actually. Um, and this guy was really nice. This black guy, he was really really nice. He was probably 40, 45 years old, maybe. I'm thinking, and he was just really bubbly and nice looking guy. And he's like, I make the best chocolate chip cookies, and I'm like, okay. And in clubs, some of the worst discussions you can get in is politics, sports, and who cooks the best chicken. So you try to stay away from a lot of that. But this guy's like, no, I make the best cookies. I'm like, okay. In California, you hear so much stuff, you just kind of go, okay, because everybody's got something really wild to say. And he's like, no, no, really. He said, I have a store, and if you'll come to my store and try my cookies, I went, oh, I don't know. He said, look, I will treat you to my cookies if you'll come to my store. And I'm like, yeah, maybe if it's like in my travels or something. And like he gave me the address and all that stuff. And so I don't know. One day I just happened to be in the area. It was down, around, I guess around close to downtown LA. It was in LA County, which covers 3/4 of the state of California. And Los Angeles is a terrible place to be. But I thought I'll go check out this guy's cookie place since I happened to be around. I had my little convertible Fiat, and I drove all over the place, all over California all the time. I just loved to drive. And that was one of my absolute favorite cars of all time. And so I said, I better go by this guy's place because he was so nice. I don't want to, hurt his feelings. And I'm game for chocolate chip cookie. I mean, who doesn't love chocolate chip cookies? So, uh, I pulled up in the parking lot, and it was a little store, like in a strip mall, I think it was. It was way back. And so I went in there, and it's nothing but a place that sells little chocolate chip cookies. And he knew me right off the top. He's like, "Oh, Red, you are here. This is so cool." Um, and I'm like, "Okay." And I said, "So what all you selling?" He said, "Just cookies." I said, "Just cookies, nothing else?" "Nope, just cookies." Okay. And I'm trying to figure out who would open a store and just sell cookies. I mean, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like you're a dinner house or you're not, or you do fast food with drinks and fries and burgers or whatever. It just was kind of strange. It's like selling tennis shoes without laces to me. I mean, that's really a lot to bank on. You know, I thought, if you're going to really do something, because you have to make sure everybody wants a chocolate chip cookie, I would be more apt to do something like cupcakes, chocolate chip cookies, and maybe ice cream or something, or like some Cokes and chocolate chip cookies, something that is just cookies. And so, he was cooking them fresh, and he's like, "Let me give you fresh one and all that." And he brings these little cookies out, and they're like rock hard. They tasted okay, except they were just rock hard. I mean, they weren't, like when your mom made chocolate chip cookies and they were like almost half raw she took them out of the oven, just scooping them out onto the cooling rack, and you grabbed it while it was hot and ate it while it was like burning your tongue from the chocolate being so hot. And they were just soft and tasty and all that, before they totally cooled. But no, his were crunchy, and he said that's the whole effect. These are going to be wonderful. And he said I am going to be like the chocolate chip cookie king, you know. And I'm like, yeah. I said, you'll be famous. You'll be famous one day, you know. And I did not like those cookies at all. To this day, I have not liked the cookies. I don't like them. I bought them a couple times through the years in the market, kind of a little bag, and these little tiny hard little cookies, and I still didn't like them. But I just bought it because I knew the guy, and he was really nice. And but I mean, you eat one and then you get the rest to somebody else. I just didn't like them. They were just too crunchy. But he had a dream, and he followed his dream, and he did very, very well with it. Um, he's had some, stumbles along in his life, but and I don't even know if the company's still in business. But a really nice guy, and I'm going to tell you, if you want to sell a product, if you could sell yourself, you could sell that product, and that's the kind of guy that he was. Just a really nice, friendly guy, and I mean, he convinced me to go check it out when I was out and about, and he was so excited when I went there. I mean, just treated me like gold when I walked in that door and remembered me and everything. And we talked for quite some time. I hung out there for probably an hour, and he didn't have a lot of business or anything. I was like the third customer total that he'd had while I was there. Um, and the cookies were not real cheap. I mean, but he believed in himself, and he did it. So always follow your dreams, but it kind of makes me giggle because I knew him way back when he first started, and I just thought, oh my gosh, this guy, has rented this place and he's just going to sell these little crunchy cookies, and he made it. So follow your dreams, follow your heart and soul, because you'll never be happy inside if you don't try. Um, because that is in your heart and soul. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Do something kind for a stranger, and I'll see you then.